got some parts. I got some more parts. I got a delivery. I got another delivery. And then I got another delivery. And then I got another delivery. Looks like I got some work to do. Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to the farm. It's almost 6 o'clock right now. The sun's setting fast, and I got some deliveries. The U.S. Postal Service lady hooked us up. She showed up with some parts that we ordered. So we're gonna go and quickly swap some stuff out to see if we can get the ignition system on this thing rebuilt. First thing I'm gonna attack is this old coil that's all rusty and crusty. Yuck. Wet and rusty. Let's see here. Got a 1/2 inch down in here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. 1/2 inch. Well, that's been on there for a while. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a nut on the back side. It looks like 9/16. Yep. Wrench won't fit because it's been rusted so bad. There we go. And we have our new coil. Okay, coil's in. Next we've got the coil wire. Go in and snap. Push the boot down on it. That's the bad coil wire. We have a brand new rotor to go and put in place of this old one that has obviously been filed within an inch of its life. So that ought to work a lot better. And here's our brand new distributor cap. Oops. There we go. Now we've got our two brand new plug wires. Well, there's the ignition system pretty much done. At least that's the thing that we're wrong with it. I've got an electronic ignition conversion kit, but I wanted to get it running like it's supposed to first and then switch it over to electronic ignition. I don't want to add too many things that could go wrong when I'm trying to get this thing started back up for the first time in a year. Now I've got to go and reinstall the battery, and I went and got some brand new cables. The ones that were on there weren't too bad, but the heads where they went and pinched onto the battery were all messed up. I figured while I'm at it, might as well go ahead and do it. A couple of cables are dirt cheap. And so let's go get those installed real quick, and we'll get the battery in this thing. It won't be long and it'll be sundown. I ain't got much more light to get this done with. Now, one of the things that I discovered early on that's worthy of mentioning, this is a positively grounded tractor, which means the positive side of the battery actually goes to ground. So we're going to set it up like that and hope we get it to light off and start. All right, ground is on. There we go. Got the battery rigged. Well, I checked everything over. The positive lead of the battery is going to the ground of the tractor. The negative lead on the battery is going to the starter relay on the tractor. Over on the other side, the negative side of the coil is attached to the distributor, and distributor's all been messed with, stuff replaced. I think everything ought to work. I got my fingers crossed, but I'm not holding my breath because this has surprised me before. But, you know, give it a shot. Got to open the fuel bowl. the flapper moving, but I don't see it. Woo, and I smell gasoline. I think it's flooded. Still nothing. Well, that's disappointing. I guess I need to go and see if, go grab a spark plug wrench and see if I've actually got spark or not. Just saw brown stuff in the gasoline. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Well, still got a little bit more work to do, it looks like. Well, it's a few hours later and it's dark. I ran out of daylight today. After I got, tried to get that thing started, the sun went down really quick and I couldn't see to do anything else. But I replaced the coil and I went and I tested this coil, and according to my multimeter, the coil is actually still good. Even though it's rusty and crusty and it was all wet inside of here, according to the multimeter, it still functions. I went and tested the new coil, and it's got the same specifications this does. 1.5 volts or 1.5 ohms across the outside terminals, and I can't remember what it was, but it was the same between the outside terminals and the core here. So I'm gonna put this on the shelf after I clean up this, get rid of the rust, as a spare. The only thing that I have not replaced in the ignition system is the set of points and the condenser, because it was running when it quit, and I just really didn't want to dive into it if I didn't have to. Besides, I was going to try to get it running and get it over to the barn, and once I got it over to the barn and got it on some blacktop instead of over a bunch of grass. I hate working on grass. You drop a screw, good luck finding it. I got an electronic ignition conversion kit, so I won't ever have to worry about points again. The only problem is when you install this kit, you have to go to a flamethrower coil, which is a different coil, and you have to use different plug wires. Shut off the compressor. So now I've got to buy more new plug wires and buy another coil, which is why I kind of want to go ahead and get it running with this, I guess. So tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, we're going to go after it and put in the new points, try to get them adjusted, and hopefully get this thing running the way it's supposed to. I got my fingers crossed. So, one more try. I'll be back at it tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out on the farm today and trying to get some work done. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. come back and see us.